Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for the final match of the DUBAI Sevens that we are covering for the first day, and it's a big one. Samoa versus the USA. Both of these sides coming into this game undefeated, 2 wins from 2, and with the starting lineups these two sides have got, this game's going to be an absolutely awesome one. Looking through at Samoa, it is Va'apilo Maleko managed to get himself 2 tries in the last match. Up against the Canadians, Valvasa Afasua, the other co-captain, alongside Maleko, also in the starting lineup. Then Motu Opitai, Paul Scanlon, he also got himself the double up against the Canadians. Steve Onisai, Nueli Letufia, and Owen Nui, the last man in that Samoan starting lineup. Looking through at the USA, they've also got 2 victories. Steve Thomasine, Joe Schroeder, also David Still, Perry Baker, Kevon Williams, Marcus Tapula, whose name I sometimes say a little bit wrong, but he is the only player to score in both matches for the USA up against Canada and also Japan. And then Lucas Lecamp, there's the last man in the USA starting side. Jordan Way, 136 match for the Australian referee. He looks pretty happy and he knows that this game's going to be a good one. 2 wins from 2 for both of these sides. Someone's victories are going to continue into their quarterfinal fixture, and the other side are unfortunately going to end up losing that winning streak. But Perry Baker just dancing along with the music at the moment. The man has been there, done that when it comes to the Sevens circuit. A huge amount of tries, huge amount of matches, and now he's just out there having fun. But it will be Thomasine kicking off this one for the USA, going from right to left, and we are underway, ladies and gentlemen, for Samoa versus the US. They've decided to go long. Nicely taken there by Paul Eti. No, actually, that's Paul Scanlon. I think he's borrowed Paul Eti Slater's headgear for this matchup. Everyone's kind of wearing the headgear, which is interesting because Malani Matavao used to be the only Samoan player who had it. He's not there today. So it's as if everyone said, well, if he's not here wearing it, we might as well all have it on as well. But nice work from Va'apilo Maleko, working hard there, making a few extra meters for the Samoans. They currently sit 30 meters out from their own line, looking to use their back line, I should say. Little fear, trying to go through. Unable to do so. Now Scanlon picks it back up, 40 meters out from their own line. And actually make that 22. They've really slung that pass back wide. Now Little fear. Little knock on from him. The grubber ahead by Lucas Lecamp. It goes into touch. They go back for the initial scrum in the matchup. And also we have got there, which is favourites to win in this. I believe Samoa come in as slight favourites, but the USA can certainly still get themselves a victory here. Like these two sides, I would think the betting odds are very similar indeed. And also we have got the Aloe Hamish. What interest game this is, or what an interesting game. Yeah, it's going to be a good matchup. And both of these sides know how important it is to rank a little bit higher because you're either playing South Africa, Australia, Kenya, or Great Britain. Someone's going to be second ranked in that group, and that's still going to be a very tough game. So it's the question of who would you rather play. And at the moment, it looks like it's setting up for Australia and maybe South Africa going through once again. Lucas Lecamp runs it sideways, gives it off now. Nice. No, it doesn't find Perry Baker's hand. I was going to say a nice flat pass there from Kevon Williams, but he didn't link up. In fact, it was the number 14, Tapola. Didn't get it right. And also the Samoan flags from Nate. Do let me know your score predictions for this game, ladies and gentlemen. In my preview, I said 26 points to Samoa, 19 to the USA. Let's see whether or not I can't get anywhere near correct. That was not straight from Samoa. That will be costing them big time. They need to make sure they're getting the little things right at line out and scrum time. Kevon Williams says we will please be taking a scrum 22 meters out from the Samoan line. 2 minutes gone in this match already. It's going to fly by for this matchup and go Samoa, says Peter Stowers. And there as well. Right, pushing parallel. Now, something I've noticed over the last little while with the Samoan Sevens scrum, they always start lower than their opposition. The reason being, they can get that leverage. Yeah, the big push there, but they have done well. Kevon Williams breaking through for the USA. Now Schroeder has to play half. He used to be flowing with the mullet a couple seasons ago of the Sevens, but he's decided to get rid of it recently. It does look a lot tidier now. Schroeder with a pass off to Lucas Lecamp, trying to break through the tackle. His shorts were almost ripped, and he's gone through the youngster. He's ankle tapped, but he still gets the ball over the line. And the USA score the first try of the match. And also 24 for Samoa, 21 for the US. Says Nathan there. And Lucas Lecamp, his second try of the DUBAI Sevens. He'll be happy enough with that one, although he hasn't got a smile on his face. Von Williams went to Schroeder. A lot of experience out there on the field for the USA in a couple of their positions, which is where Samoa may be lacking a little bit. They don't have Milani Matavao, who's a player that really brings that extra bit of edge to the Manu Samoa lineup, but still out there, they've got Apilo Maleko. It surprises me that Yuna Sioni will be coming off the bench rather than starting for this game. I would have thought he would be a pretty good option to have out there, but the kick has gone over from Steve Thomasine. Now makes the score 7-0 for the USA over Samoa. We are a quarter of the way through this fixture, 3 minutes left in the first half, or just over. Thomasine are going to be kicking it off again. As the live table sits, USA would be sitting first with Samoa in second. Whoever wins this game has got themselves a spot in the quarterfinals, but also the loser of this game still has their spot after playing very well up against Canada and the Japanese. Nice run down the wing. Owen Nui knock on there on the ground. Little handling error there. Oh, David's still trying to show that he's got a little bit of strength. Tries to throw it to the referee. The referee wasn't ready to catch it. When I blow the whistle, stop playing. It's the comment from Jordan Way. Okay, I can hear some Samoan being said between the Samoan front row. I'm pretty sure what they just said was push extremely hard in the scrum as soon as the ball's in. Ball's put in. Big push once again. It's going to be the advantage here for the USA. They go back on the 5. It's the 10-meter mark. He was meter 5 from the sideline. It's going to be another scrum here for the USA. So currently more possession in this first half. Samoa yet to really get out of their own half, which is something we have seen in multiple games throughout this DUBAI Sevens. A side who can't really attack inside of the opposition half, doesn't score a lot of points. It's normally that counter-attack that gets them through, though, which they will, of course, be looking for. But the USA, the moment they've got themselves a little bit of a lead here, 7-0. I'm just going to quickly check the odds at halftime, see what they have done in terms of changing. Come on, boys, for Amalosi Samoa. Says Peter, that's going to be a free kick to Samoa there. So a little bit of a mistake at scrum time from the USA. Now Scanlon goes across there in the midfield. Nice hard run by Steve Onisai. Moves up to 40 meters out. Little bit of a counter right there, but the USA left a gap on the outside. Lucas LeCamp, he's going to try the ankle tap. He doesn't get him, and Samoa, I mentioned it, the counter attack. Owen Nui scores. And Samoa now get themselves back into the contest. That's probably going to change those betting odds that I was just about to look at. Off the short side, it was because Kevon Williams decided he wanted to counter ruck that it left that gap, because Lucas LeCamp got lured in near the breakdown, and Owen Nui just using that pure pace that he's got to go and get himself the try. And Samoa, they will now be possibly the last scorers of the first half. So USA, even when they were winning by 7-0, they were still actually $3 underdogs. Surely that can't be right. No. Maybe it was, because USA are now $4.50 underdogs to be able to go on to win this game, which is interesting because Barry Baker now has the ball in hand, and he's normally pretty dangerous when that happens. Motu Opitai offloads to Owen Nui. One more across for Samoa. I can understand why those odds changed now. Vavas Afasua goes in for the try, the co-captain of Samoa. And that will be the last try now of the half. Very nice finish there by Vavas Afasua. Being able to get another try. The turnover from Samoa. Good on you, boys, says Peter Stowers. Yeah, my prediction for this matchup, 26 points to 19. We're going to need a bit more fight from the USA in the second half if we're going to see a scoreline that like that. Because as soon as Samoa have been in the half, they've caused problem. That kick is missed from Milani Matavao. Well, sorry, not Milani Matavao. I'm so used to saying that, but it was actually Paul Scanlon who missed that kick. 12 points to 7 at halftime. Now Samoa do find themselves leading, and Va'a Pilo Maleko just trying to fire up his side a little bit more. He knows that this is the second half that they want to go on and get themselves a big win. Some deep breaths being taken, a little bit of Robbie Williams being played at the ground. Let me entertain you as the song, and that is exactly what these two sides have in mind for what they're going to do when they get back out there for the second half. They want to entertain someone who's entertained a lot in his career, Brian Lima, the chiropractor. Back in his day, he would run over every player. He still looks like he wants to get back out there, Brian. Give it another crack, and unlucky use, says Nate. in there as well. So far, we've seen double the carries from Samoa, which is interesting because we've seen hardly any possession for them, really, it felt. But tackles 4 made by the USA, just the 1 missed tackle. Line breaks 2 for Samoa, 1 for the USA. Both line breaks led to tries for Samoa. Something to remember for the second half. But they finished in 4th, I believe, last week in the bronze place final. They just missed out narrowly again for Samoa. They get close every time, but this time they are my pick to be able to go on and win the DUBAI Sevens. I hope they do well. They'll have to play better than this in their next game, but then let's not underestimate the USA. They have really pushed them in this contest, and I don't think they're done scoring, or they're finished scoring. I should probably use proper English, shouldn't I? I feel like I've got to the stage of my live streams how now I just shorten words to make it easier, don't I? Try and fit in more. Showing all of the games that are going to be taking place in all the leagues of the Sevens series. London, Toulouse, whole heap of them, and also the Hamilton Sevens coming back. That will be the one in early January taking place on New Zealand soil. But Scanlon about to kick off for the second half for the Samoans now. He's saying, yep, I'm good. Time is on, and the game is going to be back underway between these two sides. Goes long. Perry Baker takes it nicely. Met by Afasua. It's going to be a penalty for a high tackle straight away for the USA. And this is a marathon match day. Go Samoa to win 25-15. So here's Roof there. Right, USA kicking it into touch. Thomasine, like they're saying, by giving away that little bit of a silly penalty from Samoa, gives USA another chance of being able to build back into this match for the second half. Kevon Williams about to throw it in. Goes long. Nicely taken by Schroeder. Offloads back up to Williams. Now a rough pass from Kevon Williams. Penalty. Number 10 offside, though. Another penalty. Paul Scanlon this time, the culprit of that one. And unfortunately, this is just back-to-back penalties. USA slowly marching the way forward. Both teams have qualified for the quarterfinals. It's the fun fact that they have just shown in the top corner. It's just the question of who will be number 1 qualifier facing off against Pool A's second team, and who will be the second place qualifier who will be facing off against Pool A's 1 team. It'll be the scrum now for the USA. Still 6 minutes on the clock. Series try source. They've got 1 for them to kick return, but a lot of them have come from the set piece for this United States side. Jordan Wakeles set the referee. Big push from Samoa once again, but now it's off the back. It's going to be Tapola, who's the one man who has managed to score in all of the games that the USA have played so far throughout the DUBAI Sevens. Still available at the back. Kevon Williams goes to Schroeder. Now back across again. Lucas Lecamp looks for the offload on the inside. David still with the spin, but Motu Opitai takes him down. Kevon Williams with the quick hands off to the left. That's a great bit of work from Thomas Singh. Gives it off to Perry Baker, who now has to run it backwards. Slings it back across, but Kevon Williams up the middle. He goes, the speedster. And that will be the try for the USA between the posts, and puts the ball down still with 5 minutes left on the clock. But Kevon Williams has been able to score that one brilliantly. And that brings a little bit more questionable, or I guess a little bit more of a question mark to this match, because the USA now leading 14 points to 12 with this kick going over. Samoa need to try and fire back relatively quickly, but it was the discipline that let them down. Just back-to-back penalty after penalty against Samoa allowed the USA to march forward down the field. And that kick's gone over from Thomasine, like I mentioned, making it 14 points to 12. This game's going to go down to the wire by the looks of it. Points differential actually extremely similar between these two sides. Plus 43 for the USA live as it sits now, and plus 47 for the Samoans live as it sits currently. Thomasine taking some deep breaths. Want to make sure that they are not well and truly exhausting themselves. Nicely taken there by Scanlon. It was a hard one to take. He trusted the man who was lifting him. Now, Ionasione's on the field. He's a game changer for the Samoans. Big run forward now from Owen Nui. Look for the offload. Found Va'a Apilo Maliko. Brilliant at changing direction. It's gone backwards, I thought, but they've called it as a knock on. Okay. Va'a Apilo Maliko. He thought that it was all right, but apparently the second time he dropped it, it was a knock on, and Pastor Baker was fought by Miles, mate. Come on to refs, says Nate. I didn't mention it because I thought it was like the commentators didn't mention it. I know the one you were talking about, and in my brain I was like, debatable. But big scrum from Samoa once again. Now USA with 3 minutes left on the clock, passing it on the outside to Lucas Lecamp. Another big opportunity. Doesn't go to Perry Baker, instead wrestled down by Owen Nui. Counter ruck from the Samoans, but Perry Baker's done well. That's going to be a little bit too high, I would think. Yes, penalty goes the way of the USA again. Perry Baker. Okay. Perry Baker's not too happy with the fact that Lucas Lecamp decided not to pass to him. He just swore at him. And pretty much he didn't accept the hand up until after he had slapped that hand as hard as he physically could. Oh, it might have been the last thing we see from Perry Baker as well. I think he's just been taken off the field for Esdale. Blue 8 is the comment. So little fear going off the field, but Perry Baker frustrated in this matchup. And now Paul Eti Slater makes his way off for Samoa onto the field. So now they're starting to bring in those big guns for the Samoans, and they just need to make sure they keep on going. They're only 2 points down. And also, Nate, good luck. How's the standard of refereeing in these matches? Hamish says, Roof, you always get a little bit of a mixed bag for Sevens refereeing just because of how quickly the game can change type thing. It's very hard to keep up with the play. But, yeah, it just kind of depends on the referee you get. We've had a lot of referees for Amalosi. Manu Samoa says, Xtina. Number 3 sub, that will be, I believe, Brazil, making his way onto the field. That is for David Still. So actually taking off both of the really tall, really quick players for the USA, going gritty and grindy for the last couple minutes perhaps. And go bakes us. Breed Baker says, Nate, nicely taken there. Kevon Williams goes across once again. If USA score now and convert, they would have won this game. I would think they wouldn't have enough time. Catch up. Here's Dale. Wrestled down there. Player almost diving in off his feet for the USA. Kevon Williams looking to the short side. Now they've got numbers on the outside. Here's Dale. Going to be tackled again by Owen Nui. Samoa patient in their defence. They can't give away a penalty though. The rush defence. Now out wide. Thomasin tackled by Valvas Afasua. Offloads on the inside to Joe Schroeder. It's been taken nicely. Now the USA still numbers. Kevon Williams tries to go through. 3 Samoan players straight over the ball. No clear release. And now the USA, they will use this to their advantage. They will take all of the time in the world. They'll go for it. I would go for the scrum here. Thomasin's going to kick it for the corner, but I would have gone scrum. Reason being, you can kind of milk it a little bit more. Get yourself maybe a scrum reset. And howdy, or howdy, Roof, says Nate there. But Thomasin gave it off to Schroeder. And the big bump off there. Looks like there's going to be another sub here. Valvas Afasua coming off the field. The penalty conceded is 5-0. Samoa just giving away way too many in this situation. Anu Oliveira now on the field. And also number 6, Kevon Williams, going to be taken off the field. That is for Fualao, who's now made his way out there. 1 minute 15 left on the clock currently. Do you think Americans have enough speed? Says Roof. I think taking off Perry Baker and David Still is an interesting choice in terms of their speed factor, but they've still got Thomasin. He's pretty quick. Alongside him, you got Lucas Lecamp, the youngster, thrown in long, nicely taken by Samoa. Now, no, it's a knock-on the ground. Tell you what, that is a big call because they've said the first one's off the leg of the USA player. And now, okay, Va'ao Pilomaleko is asking the referee to have another look at that because he feels that there wasn't a knock-on. That's off the hands of Fa'ala'au. And that's a massive call. The fact that they haven't gone upstairs there is huge because now the USA have got an attacking opportunity. This could have been Samoa's scrum. And you hope that they are able to win it from the push. They're not able to now. 5 meters out from the line, the USA. And they will take this opportunity as they get it now. Driving at the line, Thomasin. We could have seen it go the other way. The referee's got his arm out again. It's going to be a knock-on from Schroeder. But we go back for the penalty for the USA. Va'ao Pilomaleko is just furious at the ref here. And now the USA, the full-time siren, they kick it into touch. They take the win, 14 points to 12. I think Samoa will feel hard done by there. They still qualify for the quarterfinals, though. It does just mean that they will be playing against the first-ranked side in Group A rather than the second-ranked side, which could be Australia, could maybe be South Africa. Just kind of depends on how it sits. And Samoa just too strong, even if the ref is an extra man for the opposition. Samoa will still mow them down. And thanks for the live, bro. There's Xtina and there as well, yeah. It's a rough one, about 7 or 8 penalties against Samoa. And don't get me wrong, a few of those were penalties, but that last knock on against the Samoans that was clearly knocked on by the USA, that could have been the game changer for them. And the USA, they'll certainly take that win over the Samoans. They did come in as about $4 underdogs at the start of the fixture. But now the next live streams that we have got tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we're going to be doing some cricket. West Indies versus Australia. Also alongside that, we have got plenty more of the action taking place of the DUBAI Sevens. We've got some quarterfinals coming up and also a few of the later matches, including the final and the semi-final, going to be coming up on the channel as well. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy this live stream, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. My voice is trying to disappear. I am going to head to bed. It's 3:30 a.m. I have to be up at about 10:30 a.m. for something that my friends are doing. I believe I'm not actually too sure what it is. And what's your take on these kickers? Up for it. Another try, Samoa, says Ruth. And then also enjoy your evening, Ruth. And hard luck, Samoa. Better luck next time. And cheers for today, commentary, Hamish. I see you lateish in the Arvo and sick of ref one-sided, says Chris CO. And there is, yeah, that one was a little bit more of a rough game from the referee. Samoa, they still did well throughout this match. They'll take away positives in this game. And maybe having a loss now will then build them up even more before they get into their next matchups tomorrow. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all for the next ones.